compared to what you're trying to do. Me fighting 100 men means nothing. It has no purpose. I'm not talking about just you. I mean Griffith also. The two of you have something important that you can stake your lives on. I think it's great. I truly mean that. Compared to the strength of that purpose, whether I face 100 men in battle or even 1,000 seems like nothing but a random act.
Guts,
The inevitability of suffering combined with the awareness of the inescapability of death creates in human beings the desire for there to be a meaning in life. But nihilism devaluates the highest values of our society. Basically, if you look objectively, if you look scientifically, for a meaning in life, there is none. And that's why nihilism still exists, even though it is probably the most detested idea in all of philosophy. It is a sad idea, but it is truth. But don't worry, many philosophers over the centuries have discovered some ways to overcome nihilism. And in this video, we are going to discuss the ways to overcome nihilism and find happiness, given by a Japanese philosopher, Kentaro Miura, the author of Berserk. And since we are talking about Berserk, we have a special guest today who was generous enough to come on this channel. We got Manga Man, we got Masked Man. And he would be appearing in a moment, but on the topic of manga, one thing even Berserk's manga lacks is color. I mean, for a manga that has so much bloodshed, it doesn't have the color red, but that red color, my friends, can be found on the subscribe button below, so press on that button and turn on the post notifications too.
Although Guts' character is always changing, he had some principles, some needs from the beginning of the story. When he was with his adopted father, Gambino, he wanted affection, but he got betrayed and developed trust issues. But deep down, he still wanted to have human relations, but didn't know how. That is until he met Griffith in the Band of the Hawk. He found friends, but then Griffith opened his mouth and said a true friend for him is someone who he can truly acknowledge, someone who is equal to him. And in front of Griffith's great dreams, Guts felt tiny, and realized that he needs a solid purpose in life. Till now, he had, for the most part, lived instinctively, but now he needs a reason to swing his sword. And he left the Band of the Hawk to find a big dream of his own. But before he found anything, the eclipse happened, and his main purpose of life became revenge on Griffith and helping Casca, which he's currently pursuing. You see, the theme of nihilism is brought up in Berserk quite often. For example, after Guts kills Gambino, he runs away and falls down a cliff. Some wolves appear around him prepared to devour him. He thinks at that moment that maybe he should not fight and just let those wolves eat him, because why even continue? What's the point of everything? But he swings his sword anyway. Even in the current timeline, Guts doesn't know what he will do after he gets his revenge, if he even still wants to get his revenge. But he just continues to swing his sword. He ignores the idea of existential nihilism and focuses on his current goals. Whether it be earning some affection from Gambino, working for Griffith, or slapping Griffith, he focuses on them, and not the meaning of Cosmos. That's how the main character of Berserk deals with nihilism.
So this is how you deal with nihilism. You ignore it. It is kind of lying to yourself by not asking questions on why we exist and things like that. But as I said, if you ask those questions, there won't be an objective answer. So it's better to have a hope in life by lying to yourself than... Now since you have hope in life, so someone like Gambino can't get you raped since you have a purpose of your own. But the question comes, what after having a goal in life? Like how to be happy? That was the title of this video after all. I hate to break it to you, but happy people is a myth. No one is happy 24/7. But what you can have are happy moments, cause you got hormones that make you happy. Maybe with human relationships, or maybe by having a monkey as a pet. So yeah, strive for happy moments by tingling your happy hormones somehow, and that's where it's at.
No shame,